The Zigbee Alliance is at the Light and Building Trade Show in Frankfurt, Germany. We're visiting all our member companies with a presence here at the show. Today I'm at the booth of TÜV Rheinland, one of our accredited test houses, and I'm talking to Henk. Henk, can you introduce yourself and your role at the company?
Thank you, Musa. So my role in TÜV in Rheinland is I'm the global director for smart home and smart lighting, actually also smart buildings.
So Henk, you are an accredited test house. Can you explain the value of third-party testing?
Well, the value of a third-party test house is that we are neutral. We don't have any religion, let's say, to say whether it should be Zigbee or should be Thread. There are so many technologies used in the market, and a test house like TÜV, which has many locations all over the world, is really neutral. So we can have a neutral expectation of the product from the manufacturers.
So certification is an important aspect of Zigbee 3.0. Can you share your thoughts on how certification helps interoperability?
Well, actually that is what you say. Interoperability is so important. So products need to comply to a certain specification. If you don't do testing on such a product, you have no clue whether the product works correctly according to specifications or not. So a third party who inspects the product and whether the product is compliant to the specification, then the consumer at the end has a better ensured success of interoperability between products from other manufacturers.
So the member companies of the Zigbee Alliance come from all over the world. How does that help you operate in the global marketplace?
So TÜV is one of the few test and inspection houses that are globally present. So we have in all the regions of the world we have our own test houses, especially for wireless, including Zigbee. We have locations, testing locations in US, in Europe, in China, in Japan, in Korea, Taiwan, everywhere. And of course, the manufacturers today are more and more international, and they would like to have a test and inspection location quite close to their development. And I think that TÜV is in a good position to deliver that.
So TÜV is the provider of a software test harness as part of our certification process. Can you explain the value of using a test harness?
A test harness actually is an enabler for the manufacturer to do pre-testing in-house. So in their laboratory, they can check whether their product is already compliant to the specification, whether the features or the functions of Zigbee work correctly or not. So we can provide those test tools, and prior to submitting a product to a test lab like TÜV, the manufacturer can already test their product whether it's compliant to the specification or not. At the end, then sending the product to TÜV is a matter of formality and just rubber stamping that the product indeed is working fine.
Zigbee is an open standard. How does that help you and your customers go to market?
Open standards actually will grow the market. That's the only way to grow the market, especially for Zigbee and complicated technologies like that. If you open up open standards, if you use open standards, the total market will grow. At the end, also the business for TÜV will grow, of course.